Cybersecurity tips for small businesses. As a small business, you might feel helpless against cyber attacks. Fortunately, you can take steps to protect your company by keeping up with the latest security ideas for businesses. Here are some essential business cybersecurity tips. 1. Ensure that all employees use a strong password on all devices that contain sensitive information. A strong password is at least 15 characters in length, ideally more, and contains a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. The more difficult it is to crack a password, the less likely a brute force attack will be successful. You should also put in place a policy to change passwords at regular intervals, at least quarterly. As an additional measure, small businesses should enable multi-factor authentication (MFA) on employees' devices and apps. 2. Use password managers. Using strong passwords, which are unique to every device or account, quickly becomes difficult to remember. The need to remember and type out lengthy passwords each time can also slow your employees down. That's why many businesses use password management tools. A password manager stores your passwords for you, automatically generating the correct username, password, and even security question answers that you need to log into websites or apps. This means users only have to remember a single PIN or master password to access their vault of login information. Many password managers also guide users away from weak or reused passwords and remind you to change them regularly. 3. Use a firewall. A firewall protects hardware as well as software, which is a benefit to any company with its own physical servers. A firewall also works by blocking or deterring viruses from entering your network. This is in contrast to an antivirus, which works by targeting the software affected by a virus that has already gotten through. Ensuring a firewall is in place protects your business's network traffic, both inbound and outbound. It can stop hackers from attacking your network by blocking certain websites. It can also be programmed so that sending out sensitive data and confidential emails from your company's network is restricted. Once your firewall is installed, remember to keep it up to date. Check regularly that it has the latest updates for software or firmware. 4. Use a virtual private network, VPN. A virtual private network provides another layer of security for your business. VPNs allow employees to access your company's network securely when working remotely or traveling. They do this by funneling your data and IP address through another secure connection in between your own internet connection and the actual website or online service you need to access. They are especially useful when using public internet connections, such as in coffee shops, airports, or Airbnbs, which can be vulnerable to hackers. A VPN gives users a secure connection which separates hackers from the data they are hoping to steal. 5. Guard against physical theft. While you need to be mindful of hackers trying to breach your network, don't forget that your hardware can be stolen too. Unauthorized individuals should be prevented from gaining access to business devices such as laptops, PCs, scanners, and so on. This may include physically securing the device or adding a physical tracker to recover the device in case of loss or theft. Ensure all your employees understand the importance of any data that might be stored on their cell phones or laptops when out and about. For devices used by multiple employees, consider creating separate user accounts and profiles for additional protection. It's also a good idea to set up remote wiping. This allows you to remotely delete the data on a lost or stolen device. 6. Don't overlook mobile devices. Mobile devices create security challenges, especially if they hold sensitive information or can access the corporate network. Yet they can sometimes be overlooked when businesses are planning their cybersecurity. Ask your employees to password protect their mobile devices, install security apps, and encrypt their data to stop criminals from stealing information while the phone is on public networks. Be sure to set reporting procedures for lost or stolen phones and tablets. 7. Ensure third parties who deal with you are also secure. Be wary of other businesses such as partners or suppliers who may be granted access to your systems. Make sure they are following similar practices to you. Don't be afraid to check before you grant access to anybody. 8. Embrace the cloud. Use cloud services as much as possible. Cloud vendors offer built-in security services and take the burden of figuring out how to implement cybersecurity technologies off small businesses. Focus on what you do best and leave cybersecurity protection to the experts. Sayonara Gurukul 9. Educate your team on phishing. I empathize with small business challenges. Is my top DIY tip: educate your team on phishing. Many breaches come from basic email scams. Take an afternoon, grab some coffee, and have a chat with your team about recognizing suspicious emails. Remember, cybersecurity isn't just about tech. It's about awareness. Arun Kumar, Revature.